show. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Brandon Hudson.
And I'm Ryan Romani, and let's get right to it. It has been a busy morning. We begin with a shooting involving a Detroit police officer.
Yeah, so that officer is in the hospital, and now there is a manhunt underway for the person who pulled the trigger. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch is live this morning with more on the search and how that officer is doing right now. Robin, good morning.
Good morning, Brandon and Ryan. At last check, that officer did remain at Ascension St. John Hospital in stable condition after undergoing surgery to have a bullet removed from his leg. So he continues to recover, and the search for the suspect who shot him, it continues right now.
Shots fired. 933. I need medics now. I'm shot.
I just heard a couple of gunshots, and then I just took cover because it was so close. You see, my bedroom is right there.
This woman lives just feet away from where a Detroit police officer was shot overnight on the city's east side. She was in her apartment near Meringue and White Hill around midnight when those bullets started flying.
I heard the officers say one shot was fired and the officer was down, so I went back in the house because I didn't want to get shot.
According to DPD Chief James White, his officers were responding to a shot spotter call near the Meringue apartments when a couple of neighbors pointed them to an abandoned building nearby. As police were approaching it, 3 suspects ran out, one of them firing.
We are encountering violence like we haven't seen. I mean, just extreme violence, impulse decision making, and they're constantly under threat.
The chief says one officer was struck in the left leg as a result. The 2 other DPD officers with him immediately returned fire, but at this point it is unknown if those bullets hit anyone. The injured officer was taken to Ascension St. John Hospital, where he remains.
I feel for him because he had family, you know what I'm saying, and he come out here to do a job, not to come out here and get hurt. He come out here to do the job and get home back to his family, safe like we all do.
While some searched the surrounding area for those suspects, others went inside the abandoned apartment they were fleeing and found this, an elaborate marijuana grow operation with dozens of plants and lights, fertilizer, and an irrigation system. Just another day in the D.
I don't know what the world is coming to. You know, it's crazy. If you would turn a gun up on a police officer, you would turn the gun up on anybody.
Now, that grow operation was found right behind this brick wall right here. And on the wall, there is a sign that says no snitching. Police are obviously hoping that somebody will talk and that they will turn these 3 suspects in. Remember, they should be considered armed and dangerous. We are live on the city's east side this morning. I'm Robin Murdoch for Fox 2 News.
I know we're waiting to hear the latest from Police Chief James White, but any other kind of description of these suspects, the 3 people who were involved?
You know, Brandon, we are hoping to get a more detailed description at some point today because we are hoping to hear from the chief at some point to kind of update us on this investigation. They have a very limited description of one of the suspects so far, so hopefully they will be able to elaborate on all 3 of the suspects. Hopefully they'll have some surveillance pictures that they may be able to show us of those suspects. So hopefully all of that will help get these 3 into custody. Back to you.
Robin, we do appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend. Ryan.
All right, also new this morning, a news alert from Howell where a man has been shot and killed. Howell police said they were called to a shooting on West Street just after midnight. When they arrived, they found a 20-year-old man dead on the scene. Howell police, the Livingston County Sheriff, and Michigan State Police all responded to the shooting to investigate. Police said the area of West Street will be closed for several hours so they can investigate the crime scene. Police said there is no threat to the public and a suspect is in custody.
Also this morning, police in Southfield are investigating after a pickup truck. That truck right there collided with a smart bus, sending several people to the hospital. This was just a short distance from our Fox 2 studios. Fox 2's Erica Francis with more near the scene.
Well, what we know at this point is that 3 people are hurt at Northwestern Highway at 9 Mile near the Southfield Freeway. This crash happening this morning shortly after 7. Southfield police giving us an update a little bit earlier this morning, telling us again that 3 people were hurt. They say that this yellow pickup truck, you can see in the video there, disregarded a traffic signal and then slammed into this smart bus here on scene. Southfield Fire and Rescue extricated the driver and transported him to an area hospital. He remains in critical condition. The driver of the bus and one additional passenger were also transported to an area hospital for treatment. Their condition is unknown at this time. Again, this crash happening shortly after 7 this morning. 3 people hurt in this crash, 1 person in critical condition. Southfield police continue to investigate this situation. So once we learn more updates, of course, we will provide those to you. We are in Southfield. Erica Francis, Fox 2 News.
Well, it has already been a frustrating summer of freeway closures and detours because of construction.
And we are heading into the weekend with more big road closures on the way. Here is Traffic Authority Kelly Rowe.
Construction this weekend on 696. You are going to want to know about 696 closing completely between 275 and Telegraph. That's in both directions. Your westbound time span for that is 10 o'clock Friday until 5 a.m. Monday, the entire weekend. In the eastbound direction, a little bit better, 10 o'clock Friday through 7 o'clock Saturday evening. Now, the tricky part is going to be your detour, which is going to take you on Telegraph over to 8 Mile, and then you'll use M5 to get back onto 696 in either direction. That's obviously pretty complicated, so you're going to need a lot of extra time. If you want to look for delays, always check fox2detroit.com/traffic. Back to you.
All right, so usually talking about and sitting construction is never really that exciting, but here's something that may perk up your Friday. Detroit Lions football is finally back, and after a huge comeback season last year, many are predicting that they'll win the division and maybe beyond. It all begins tonight with a preseason game against the New York Giants at Ford Field. Ryan.
Yeah, guys, these two teams have spent the last few days practicing together and against each other. Now they'll play a full game against each other at Ford Field. Preseason games are, of course, a chance for coaches to evaluate their players, many of them battling out starting spots and a spot on the roster overall. Now, come August 29th, the teams will have to narrow their rosters down from 90 players that they have right now, almost in half, to 53.
You're going to see a couple of guys rise to the top, and you're going to see some guys just fall away, and that's invaluable with where I sit, because you want to know those things now before you get into real games.
Now, head coach Dan Campbell not expecting to play many starters tonight, although that hasn't been revealed publicly yet what his plans are. But he has said that the veterans get their workouts during practice, and especially the joint practices, and that includes Jared Goff. He weighed in on how things are shaping up this summer.
Good. Still room to grow, I think, certainly. We've done some good things. We've had some days we'd like back, probably, but yeah, I think we're trying to challenge ourselves to the highest degree right now and really push our tempo and push our computing ability in some ways at every position, and I think it's a good thing. Once we get to game week, it won't quite be the same way, but right now it's good to be stressed a little bit and to work through those things.
Hey, listen up. You can watch the team for yourself tonight right here on Fox 2. The pregame starts at 6:30. Kickoff just after 7. Then stick around for the postgame show. Now, this is pretty big, too. We are streaming these games as well on your connected TV. The Fox local app, which is now available on Roku, Amazon Fire, and more. For details on just exactly how to do that, fox2detroit.com. So very cool. Get a chance to stream these preseason games and then get a look at the Lions.
Look, I know it's preseason. I know it's the very first game, and a lot of these guys are really just battling for a spot.
Yep.
But if I'm a fan and I'm hearing all of this hype, what am I looking for in this game that is going to make me feel good?
Stay healthy. That really is it. I mean, you know, preseason, the way the preseason works now, where you get to actually compete against other teams. This week it's the Giants. Next week the Jacksonville Jaguars are coming in. So a lot of this work gets done on the practice field. Stay healthy. And because of that, that's the #1 situation. You probably won't see many starters play tonight, although last year in the first preseason game, Jared Goff and the starters played 1 series. Okay. So if we see that tonight, that'd be great.
Be good.
We won't hold our breath, though. Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Right.